This, and girl, you go online and you go to these well-known psychic places where you put your card in and you get to chat with a psychic that's going to tell you your life. First of all, let me tell you, they have their own little chat room. You're a regular there. You have to go back and forth. They feed off of people that get addicted. They keep a chat. When they find out how many kids you've got, they're each of those things. They put them on a website. Whenever they put their name in, up pops all your information. And, oh, I say you're a dowser. I see that. I think it's your grandmother that told me. Okay? You want to know what the scary part is? Our U.S. military and their family, they get really, really scared and worried. They go to a psychic. The quickest one, the privacy of their own house. When you go to that, these chats actually install software on your computer. And they can tell everything about you. And then you're telling them where your son is going to go because there's going to be a battle. Or you tell them about what move that this, regiment's fixing to do. And you ask, are they going to be okay? You've just told Tel Aviv, Israel, highly classified information. That's what you've done. And these psychics, okay, if you go broke, you can always sign up and be a psychic yourself and get part of your money back so you can go to the next one, all right? So, if you want to go to a psychic, I ask you, I plead with you, first of all, ask questions. 2, don't go online. 3, if they're out there with a big giant eye on their sign, run, all right? It's go to somebody right. You would pick the best doctor, brain surgeon. You wouldn't go out there to somebody that's got a big brain painted on a sign that says brain surgeon to do your surgery. So why would you put your life in the hands of somebody that has a giant eye pasted on a sign outside their door? Don't do it. And so be very discriminating when you go to get a reading. Please. Everybody, like I told you at the first, says they're a psychic. If you're going to go that route, why don't you just go to your next door neighbor and ask them what's going to happen to you tomorrow?
Do you think a lot of people have the ability, they just don't know how to do it? Or
There's a lot of people that are claiming to be psychic that tells everybody they're psychic, okay? Because that's what people want to hear. I personally know of a couple of people, and one of them is my other half. I love him to pieces. He's amazing in every way, but I've seen Rock's more psychic than he is, okay? So I think that everybody is intuitive if they open themselves up and they can see things and they can feel things. But when you say psychic, first of all, I don't call myself psychic, I'm a Rhea, which redefines the whole thing. But psychic is somebody that knows what's going to happen to you. A psychic is somebody that can tell you what you need to watch out for. They can pick up off of your energy that you put out and tell you that you hated elementary school. You know? It was like, they can tell you something like that. They cannot do it if they don't. They will do what's called a cold reading. I mean, a cold reading is your expressions, such as she's starting to get bored. So I say, you're kind of hyper, aren't you? You get distracted. That's called a cold reading because I just watch her wiggle and squirm there and look off this way and that way, wondering when the lady's going to shut up. So, you know, that's a cold reading, all right? Now, you can go across here and you can look at the people that are either dressed like Confederate soldiers or have Octagon shirts on, Octagon Hall shirts on, and you know that they're very dedicated to the cause and to the history. So I see you like history. In some way, you have the need for knowledge about history. Cold reading, plain and serious. Facial expressions. Yours, crossing of your arms, you learn body language. Now, if you want somebody to do that, you know, you don't want somebody to do that, fine. Go and pay somebody that knows how to read your body language, your facial expressions. But don't think you've got a psychic reading. You haven't. It's, half the time, you know, the one good thing about my people that are around me is, and especially Steve, he's my biggest skeptic I got. He'll go, yeah, well, we'll see in a day if that happens, you know. And then it's like, okay, but the plane crashed. It did go down in the Hudson River. And I only missed the plane number by 1 digit. Yeah, so how did you miss that digit? Did you not see it painted on the side? How could you not see that? Biggest skeptic. It's okay to be skeptical. It's a little stern there, I think. But it's okay to be skeptic, but there you go. Before we finish up, is there any other questions? Yes. I've heard of that, and sometimes I feel that, but I've got no proof for that. I can't tell you yes on that. It's just sometimes I wonder that myself. Now, you know, as far as letting you know that they're there a lot of times, like my mother passed away a year and a half ago, and I cried, and I said, nobody's ever going to call me Pumpkin again. You know, that's the way you said it, Pumpkin, okay? And nobody's going to call me that again. Well, I knew it was her when I seen a hand go across like that, because what do you think I heard? Every now and then in the house I'll hear Pumpkin. If they want you to know they're there, they'll reach out for something. I'll tell you something vain about spirits. They can appear what age they want. Now you know why I'm not scared to die. If they liked being 30 years old, they can appear 30 years old. If they were comfortable at the age of 80, they can appear at 80. I think that's something we need to figure out how to do on this side. Besides the plastic surgery. Okay, well, I invite you to listen to my radio show. It does deal with paranormal too. And you can go to my website, rhiannonwaits.com, and keep in touch with me, or join me at facebook.com/the_Rhiannon_Waits.